Let's start with the most stunning finding. People who actively engage with their faith live significantly longer. Not just a little longer, a lot longer. Research examining over 18,000 adults found that religious participation is as powerful a predictor of mortality as education, income, and wealth combined. People who attend religious services regularly have up to a 30% reduction in all-cause mortality. That's the same protective effect as not smoking versus smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Among African Americans, the benefit is even more dramatic. Studies show religious individuals live an average of 14 years longer than their non-religious peers. 14 years. That's not wishful thinking, that's data. But why? What's actually happening inside your brain? Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman, a Stanford professor who runs one of the world's most popular science podcasts, openly discusses how prayer transformed his mental health. After decades of relying purely on scientific methods, he discovered that faith-based practices don't just feel good, they restructure your brain. Brain imaging studies reveal exactly what's happening. When you pray or engage in belief practices, your prefrontal cortex lights up. This is the part of your brain responsible for emotional regulation, decision-making, and self-control. It's like a workout for the command center of your mind. One study had people pray 12 minutes daily for 6 weeks. Brain scans showed something remarkable. The cingulate cortex, a region critical for emotional processing, actually grew in volume. At the same time, activity in the amygdala, your brain's fear center, decreased. Translation? Your brain physically rewires to handle stress better, fear less, and regulate emotions more effectively. The mental health benefits are equally powerful. Researchers studied people suffering from depression who underwent a 6-week prayer intervention. Their depression scores dropped from severe to minimal, and the improvement lasted over a year without any other treatment. Brain scans showed increased activity in areas responsible for cognitive control over emotions. Over 100 studies confirm that people deeply involved in faith practices have significantly lower rates of depression and anxiety. Prayer acts like a natural antidepressant, triggering changes in your brain chemistry that pharmaceutical companies spend billions trying to replicate. High school students who regularly attend religious services show lower levels of depression, anxiety, loneliness, and sadness. The effect starts early and compounds over a lifetime. Here's what's happening at the biological level. Prayer and belief practices activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the part that calms you down. This triggers a cascade of positive changes. Lower cortisol, the stress hormone, reduced blood pressure, slower heart rate, enhanced immune function. Studies using fMRI scans show that during prayer, the thalamus, which processes sensory information, decreases activity. You literally tune out external noise and enter a state of deep internal focus. Meanwhile, regions involved in social cognition and empathy become more active, especially when people pray to a personal God they believe is listening. This isn't just about feeling peaceful. It's about your body shifting from fight or flight mode into rest and repair mode at a cellular level. Let me bring this back to Andrew Huberman's experience, because it's powerful. Huberman, a world-renowned neuroscientist, said, "I absolutely pray. We can't control everything. We're not in as much control as we think we are." He prays out loud in the morning and sometimes in the middle of the night. He says, "Prayer has given me peace. There were certain things I was grappling with that I couldn't resolve." Think about that. One of the world's leading brain researchers, someone who could explain the neurochemistry of every emotion, still found that prayer accomplished something science alone couldn't. He's not alone. The data backs him up. Belief in a greater being isn't intellectual weakness, it's cognitive sophistication. It's your brain accessing resources that pure rationality can't reach. The key elements seem to be regular practice, community engagement, and genuine belief in a power beyond yourself. When these align, your brain optimizes for resilience, peace, and longevity. It's as if humans are neurologically wired for transcendence. Our brains don't just tolerate faith, they thrive on it. So what happens when you believe in a greater being? Your brain grows, your stress decreases, your depression lifts, your immune system strengthens, your relationships deepen, you live longer. You find peace in chaos. You develop resilience that pure willpower can't create. Science and faith aren't enemies. They're converging on the same truth. You were designed for connection with something greater than yourself. And when you honor that design, everything changes. The question isn't whether belief works. The data is clear. The question is, are you willing to let it work in you?